Welcome to today's show, everybody. My name is Ariella Indigo, and I'm your host for Season 2 of the Multidimensional Human Experience Global Summit. So the reason I felt compelled to create this summit, a far stretch indeed from what I was doing previously in corporate, was after a massive experience that I had just over 3 years ago now, when I literally woke up to find 2 6-foot-tall star beings stood in my bedroom, and then received loads of downloads. And I had these huge clairvoyant visions about bits about my mission. And this whole experience, it kind of convinced me to finally confront all of these strange visitations that I'd been having, in fact, for many years, rather than doing what I'd previously done, which was to accept reductive mental health labels from society, and also picked up a few addictions along the way to numb myself out. So it was really at this point, after receiving this galactic activation, that I finally understood myself to be a starseed, which for me was a major turning point in my life. So now I get to talk about multidimensionality practically every day, which is really cool, and embody the expansion available. And I also get to share these incredible teachings with you, which is like the best job ever. So many of you wrote in during season 1 last year telling me how much you enjoyed the interview that I did with Prageet and the 12th dimensional Stargate experience that you all received in the meditation. So it's an absolute honor to welcome them back onto the show for season 2. And this time we have the pleasure of both Prageet and Julieanne on the show. And of course, not forgetting the presence of the incredible Alcazar as well. So Prageet and Julieanne, a huge welcome back to the show. It's so great to see you both again.
Lovely, thank you.
Thank you so much, Ariella. It's amazing to hear, even just briefly, your story. Amazing.
Thank you. It was definitely a shock.
Do you know where they came from?
I don't actually. What I have understood so far is that these 2 were scouts that were traveling from outside of the galaxy. And apparently they went back and said, yeah, she's ready, which, you know, their idea of being ready, my idea of being ready was perhaps quite different. So, but yeah, that's all I know at the moment.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, because we work with a lot of the different star families from around the universe. Yes. And they come in to the meditations and they actually bring a very high frequency with them because they're already in their evolved state, in their light bodies.
Wow.
Which is the direction that humanity is going in. And that's very much part of the Stargate work, to assist people in permanently raising their vibration.
And I think it's incredible, the work that you are doing. I mean, it's seriously multidimensional and seriously progressive. And it's thanks to you guys and other people, other pioneers like yourself, who have really laid the ground for people like me to not, you know, pop out of our yeah, exactly. The thing we've gone seriously mental. So I thank you so much. What I'd love to do, so Prageet, we had the honor of you sharing a little bit about how you connected with Alcazar and became a channel last time on the show. And I'd love to invite you, Julieanne, this time to share a little bit with the viewers about your story as well, because I know that is also an incredible story and we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, so not quite as exciting as Prageet's whole story about being taken out of body to a spaceship. And if you hadn't heard that one, you should go back to season 1 and listen to it because it's amazing. For me, I actually first found the Stargate online on meetup.com when I was moving back from my university town to my hometown. And what caught my eye about it was, first of all, it was like Stargate, energy, meditation, and beyond. And I was like, cool. And my whole focus in college was actually molecular biology.
Wow.
Before that, it was psychology. Like most college students, I shifted my major around. But my deepest intention was to find out how to heal on all levels. And a friend of mine, this awesome girl who could see auras from the time she was a little kid, she introduced me to this documentary called The Living Matrix, and it was about energy healing. So I was watching this doc and I saw about reconnective healing, which a lot of people know about. And it's like essentially it's just the simple premise that these multidimensional high vibrational energy fields create instant healing. And so I saw that, I went to that training, and 2 weeks later I see the Stargate online.
Right.
And for me, I was like, yes, because being in those high vibrational frequencies, it's like, yeah, using them for healing is amazing. And it's also like a coin toss. You never know what's going to happen. But I was working on one guy, he had heartburn, and then his heartburn went away. And he was a medical doctor, and he was like, you just did something that like medicine can't do. And I was like, right on. So long story short, I'm attracted to the Stargate because it's like, okay, high vibrational energy for meditation, for the purposes of evolving your consciousness. And I was like, yes, because those energies just feel amazing to just be in. And for everyone who's listening to this interview, we're actually going to give you a Stargate energy transmission, and you'll feel it if you participate. Yeah, right? So that's my story. And then the whole crazy thing and beautiful thing is when I come to this living room and I open the door, and it's this little intimate gathering in someone's home, and the Stargate's set up in the living room, and it like tapped me on the head. So I was like, okay. Like I opened the door and it's like whoosh, like this wind is blowing. And I was like, so something's going on here, like something's real. And the moment that I saw Prageet's face for the first time, I was walking the opposite way down a hallway. And this moment that hasn't really happened before or since happened, where it felt like deja vu, but it felt like I was remembering the future. And it came with these like info packets. It was like, my whole life's about to change. I'm going to travel all over the world, and it's going to be the greatest adventure I've ever been on. And I was just like, it felt so good and like benevolent to me that this like smile popped on my face. And I was just like, we'll see what happens, you know? And that night, Prageet told his story about creating the Stargate in 1989, and I was born in 1989. So all these pieces started coming together. Eventually, Alcazar, the Stargate's guide, started to spontaneously bring his energy through me. And he essentially said that Prageet and I have done this work on other planetary systems before, which neither of us actually remember.
I would love to.
Yeah, we would love to, but it feels right. So yeah, it's a process of trust, but the unfolding is really beautiful.
That is,
and the experiences that people have are such a confirmation that something very beautiful, something very amazing is happening here.
Yes. So I've heard you two co-channel before, and it's quite incredible, isn't it? Because the one consciousness comes through both of you, and you know, it's like this seamless sort of art that's going on in front of you. It's really amazing.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how it happens, but it does. In fact, I had a very devout Christian once saying, well, how's that possible? And I said, well, how is it that everybody feels Jesus on Sunday when they go to church, you know? So she couldn't answer that. But it's the same thing. It's the quantum field. And in the quantum field, everything is totally different. And our minds just relate to this physical reality, and thinking that if you're connected with someone, you have to have some kind of linear connection. But in the quantum field, it's totally different.
Yes. Well, guys, who, I'm sure you've heard this question many times before, but who and what is Alcazar?
Well, we have a story about that too, because obviously people ask that all the time. So every time that people would ask me that, Alcazar's answer would be, what difference will it make if we tell you where we come from? It's just a piece of information for the mind. It won't change anything. And so he didn't give anything more than that. But then when Julieanne came onto the scene,
yeah,
everything changed. I think he likes women or something. She's so much softer than I am. But anyway.
That's funny. Well, so what happened was at the same time that Alcazar started bringing his energy through me spontaneously, I was actually on Maui helping Prageet with computer work. He called me up on Christmas Eve of 2012 and he's like, I'm really stressed out on Maui. Will you like come over? I was like in the car with my dad. I was like, Dad, can I go to Maui? So long story short, there was actually this beautiful female channel of Cryon who was also there. And Cryon's another entity who's amazing. And so we all had sessions with her. And the session that I had, I actually ended up asking. I didn't know that no one had gotten an answer for this. So I asked, like, Alcazar's been bringing his energy through me. Who is he?
Yeah.
I meant to ask why, but that's what came out. And she said, Alcazar is far more than you expect. That he's a being who's actually a spokesperson for a group of beings, and she called them universal masters, who all combine their energy, and their whole focus is to assist with the evolution that's happening on the earth.
Right. Wow. Universal masters.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. We still don't really know what it means.
I tell you what I'd love to know, right, because you mentioned Cryon there, and I've interviewed Lee Carroll as part of this summit.
Great.
And I know you guys know him and Prageet. I think you and Lee Carroll go way back, right?
Yeah, we actually, both Julieanne and I do workshops around the world with Lee.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Well, we had an incredible interview. He didn't channel Cryon on the interview. It was amazing interview with Lee. But what I want to know is, are Alcazar and Cryon mates?
Definitely mates. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because in 2012, at the beginning of 2012, Alcazar just said to me out of the blue one day, it's time to start working with Cryon. Mm-hmm. And my mind was, well, I can't just go up to this guy, Lee Carroll, and say, hey, my guide says I have to work with you now. You know, there's no way I'm going to do that. But I said, well, okay, you know, if it happens, great, because I read one of his books and I liked very much what was the content of them. And so what actually happened was that I went to the choir,
the Pineal Tones,
the Pineal Tone Choir, which was having a very large event on Maui for 12-21-12, and I participated in that, and I had the Stargate there set up in the hotel, and a couple came up to me and said they really appreciate the energy of the Stargate, and the lady said to me, I'm arranging a tour in Bulgaria, and we would like you to be part of it. And I said, fine. And she said, it's with Lee Carroll. And so about 9 months after being told I was going to start working with Cryon, it happened. And it was just a natural flow. And that's the beauty of working with Alcazar and the guides, is that say yes, be open and available, and it's created. It just happens in a natural way.
Yes. Yeah. They set you up.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah.
That's amazing.
In fact, I'm going to be doing oh, sorry.
No, please.
I'm going to be doing an online TV show with Lee very shortly about the story of my life, which is a series that he's creating.
Oh,
so
wow.
that will be fun.
Yeah, you get to see little Prageet.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All the way back. This is like, what, 27 years or something, is it, that you've been doing this work?
Almost 30 years.
Yeah.
I always know because it's my age.
Right, okay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So the other question that I'd love to know, this is just curiosity, by the way, coming through, guys. If you don't want to answer it, then please. But seeing as I've got you, actually, and it was Lee that kind of put me onto this, because I asked Lee whether he channels any other entities, and he said, well, Prageet can channel many, he can get really multidimensional and channel many other entities. So are there any other guides, or what other channeling have you done outside of Alcazar?
Yes, there are. And there's two kinds of information that comes from guides channeling through me. One is when I do personal sessions, and then information, and sometimes I will channel Mary, for example, if she wants to connect and give a message to the client.
Or Sai Baba.
Yeah, Sai Baba came through. But in the workshops and in the sessions we do, there's different aspects of myself come through. So that's another whole topic in a way. But I channel somebody who goes by the name of the Commander, who's a commander in the Galactic Command. And more recently, there's been a dragon energy that came through, and his name is Ran.
Whoa.
And even more recently, when was it? Just at the New Year?
That was New Year's.
Just over New Year's, this beautiful, soft energy came through. It was a mermaid energy.
Wow.
Really beautiful.
And that came through you?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
Symphonia, her name is.
Yeah. Symphonia. And she talked about like them living in these like communities, right? And then we learned that symphonia in Greek means harmony. Like, cool.
That's cool. And was it Ashtar Command that came through, or?
Well, Alcazar and the commander called it the Galactic Command. I think people have different names for something, and I think perhaps the Ashtar Command is a section or a part of the Galactic Command.
Right.
I haven't really been curious enough to find out.
Haven't you? That would be the first thing that I'd be. And do your guides ever take you on any journeys yourselves? Have you been to, I know you've been on that incredible spaceship, but have you had any other multidimensional journeys like that?
No, not really. No. It's very much, it's about being here and in this process of being human here.
Yeah, I think they essentially give the journey only when they're needed. At least that's how it works with the two of us.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that we did journey a little bit more. That'd be amazing.
I think we have to focus more on our own evolution rather than joyrides.
Yes. Why do they do that to us? You know, like so much.
I don't think it's a matter of them doing things to us. I think this is just all part of our own agreement and our own creation.
Yeah, to have an embodied experience.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for indulging my curiosity there. It's so interesting to speak to channelers and try and understand what's going on when you close your eyes and, you know, the magic happens. It's really fascinating. So I'd like to understand, what is it? Because obviously over the years, Alcazar has been teaching on many different subjects depending on what Earth has most needed at the time and humanity's most needed. Is there a main focus that you see coming through from Alcazar's teachings at the moment, or perhaps there's more than one?
Yeah, so I would say the main focus is on assisting people to expand into their super consciousness. And one of the beautiful channelings we got over the new year was Alcazar saying, it's time for you really to stop allowing these different areas of your life to sap your energy, because it's keeping you from this actually like expanding into more of who you truly are, and some of those multidimensional experiences that you're mentioning. So I would say kind of his focus since, I don't know, 2013 really has been on helping people to kind of dissolve some of these like more human level things that grind on us and sap our energy, and to start to trust our intuition, to actually, he's been giving us energy transmissions to access our super consciousness.
Yeah, the whole thing is about personal and human evolution. And so it comes at it in a lot of different ways. And one of the ways that we're sharing with you today is about the youthing program that Alcazar created last year, which was incredibly strong. And it totally amazed us, actually, the response that people were getting. So that's very much working on our physical bodies to change us at a cellular level. And we'll give you a taste of that in the meditation shortly. But everything about the Stargate work is about personal evolution. It's getting out of the box of who we think we are and expanding and connecting, clearly connecting to that which he calls our super consciousness, which is the real you. It is that part of you that goes from body to body to body, lifetime after lifetime. It's that part that can see not just what we see here in our physical, that we get with our physical senses, but also an overview of what's happening around us, people that we may connect with. These accidental connections that happen when you follow your intuition are not accidental at all. Your higher self, this super consciousness aspect, is guiding you to be in that place at that time so that you have that connection. So the more you allow this intuitive connection to happen with the super consciousness, the more amazing the life experiences get. And so we work in, or Alcazar works in two ways. One is to strengthen that connection. The other is to dissolve the lower frequency limitations that we have, the addictions, the habits that we know we have, that we can't break. We don't think we can break them. And also there's a whole bunch of habits and unconscious patterns that we're not aware of, but they need to go as well, because all those things keep our vibration down. So it's all about raising and maintaining your vibration.
And when you say super consciousness, just in terms of terminology, because there is so much different terminology out there, right? Do you mean the same as soul?
Not quite. It's like the bridge. It's like the interface.
Alcazar says that the soul has the ability to actually subdivide into 12 different aspects. And these 12 aspects can have very different life experiences and different realities simultaneously.
So other dimensional realities. So like Prageet's dragon is in one dimension, experiencing one form of life. But what Alcazar says is all of these 12 aspects of ourselves, they're all aware of us and of each other, because they're plugged into the oneness of all that is. But we as humans, we chose to forget. So it's our adventure of reawakening, reconnecting.
That's part of being in this reality, in a sense, of the third dimension, which is a construction, which was something that was created by us, for an experience of being physical. Actually experiencing the creation that we all helped to make.
And so because, and I know we're going to do the meditation in a minute, which I'm definitely going to shut up for, because I can't wait. But just very quickly, so because this summit's about ascension, right? And people are saying about embodying the soul. So how does that work, and what has Alcazar said is the route to do this?
Well, we would say it's not about embodying the soul, it's embodying the superconsciousness, which is one aspect of the soul. But the thing is that with all these terms that we use, none of them are accurate. We can't describe in a linear way, a third dimensional way, the reality, because everything merges in the oneness. In the quantum field, there aren't these hard and fast lines. So you can say embodying the soul, because that's true in a sense, because the soul, which in order to describe its potential, we say has the ability of dividing into 12 parts, but the soul is still totally whole. And those 12 parts are totally whole in themselves. And so we are constantly limited by our language and by the way that we perceive things right now. But the amazing thing is, the more you connect into the superconsciousness, the more you understand the multidimensional nature of self as well as everything else. And the hard lines dissolve.
Well, Alcazar's definition of ascension is bringing everything that you are in these multidimensional levels and layers here to the earth. So it's having that access point to the incredible cosmic knowledge, history, skills, abilities that we have. Another way that Alcazar defines ascension is the total awakening of your DNA energy presence, which, if you know about multidimensional DNA, it's essentially the same thing. That's where our access point is to the other dimensions.
And in the past, it's been called becoming enlightened.
Yeah.
And, you know, enlightened people have the ability to control their environment. And we've known this for a long time, you know, water into wine. And
well, and like Sai Baba manifesting out of thin air.
So and Jesus said all that time ago, you know, all this and more you can do. And he wasn't just talking to his 12 disciples, he was talking to humanity.
Everybody.
And the masters are always way, way ahead of general humanity. They're always the way showers.
Alcazar has this analogy for what's happening now, and he says it's no longer a focus on individual enlightenment. The focus is more on enlightenment as the whole society. And so individuals are actually moving a little more slowly, and like once we like pop out of like one program or whatever, it's shared with everyone. And then he uses this popcorn analogy of like when you have the popcorn over the kettle or in the microwave, and it's like nothing's happening, then it's like pop, pop, and then suddenly you know what's coming. Suddenly it's like
So the masters that we've had in the past are that occasional pop that's been happening, and now it's heating up for hundreds and then thousands, and then eventually humanity will be in an enlightened state and a whole new reality. But you know, there's a few years to go before that.
Great
a few
analogy,
lifetimes to go before that.
I love that. I just don't want to be one of those black corns.
the ones at the bottom. Alcazar talks about those too, though. There's hope for them because they just have to like reincarnate again. They just
come back again.
They're lost for that lifetime.
Yeah.
Be born into a new energy.
Seem to. If I'm coming back, I'm coming back as a non-star seed. All right.
Yeah.
We'll see. Well, look, guys, that was a wonderfully multidimensional, non-linear answer. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm clearer in some ways, but I've got about a million other questions in other ways. That right? So yeah. That's why I love discussing these types of topics. So, okay, yeah. Well, guys, if you're ready, then we're ready for whatever this is. I'm going to fasten myself down because I know that Alcazar's energy is huge. So, over to you.
Okay, so we would invite people that are listening to participate in this short meditation that we'll be sharing. Alcazar will guide it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's important just to relax, close your eyes, and be comfortable. And Julieanne and I will bring Alcazar through, and we'll see where we go. Beloved ones, we greet thee, 'tis Alcazar. And as always, it is a great honor to be with you at this moment of your time. We wish to share some energy experiences with you. We wish to demonstrate to you that your guidance is always available. We are always available to you. So even though you are listening to a recording, as we move into this meditation, you will feel us. You will feel the energy coming to you if you meditate along in this process.
And so, beloved ones, we invite you to simply relax. In these energetics, it is simply your intention that creates. And humanity is moving toward that place where you will understand your total creativity in this way. Ask, and it is given. So, when you move with spirit, you move with trust. And so we invite you to relax and just asking inside for the energy of the earth, the energy of Gaia, to come up into your body, into your energy field.
And so we ask for the energy of the earth to connect with each and every one as they participate in this meditation, to ground you, to support you in this process. And if you are very sensitive, you might even feel the earth responding, just to allow for that possibility. Do not be concerned if you do not feel anything right now. The energies will be getting stronger throughout this process.
Very good. And so the earth, your Gaia, is gently responding to you.
And so now we are going to work with a Stargate. We call this the etheric Stargate because it is the consciousness of the Stargate that is going to be working with each one of you. And so we are going to ask you to invite a Stargate to come down around you, to imagine if you are sitting or lying down within this structure.
And so, again, just the asking is all that is needed. We call for the presence of an etheric Stargate to come to surround you.
And for those of you who are not aware of what a Stargate is like, just imagine yourself being inside a pyramid, because it is your intention that we respond to. Very good.
Very good. And so imagining this pyramid structure all around you, and your etheric Stargate is forming beautifully. So just asking inside for the activation of your etheric Stargate.
We call for the activation of all the etheric Stargates around the world in this moment.
And what starts to occur is that a very gentle energy field begins to build around you.
And this soft, gentle energy field, just relaxing into it, nothing to do. The beauty of the Stargate work, it is not about doing. It is about relaxing and allowing as your guides create a strong, beneficial energy around you. Very good. And so now we are going to ask your Stargate to vibrate faster and faster. And as it does so, it moves energetically up through the dimensions. And we are going to do this very quickly.
And so we are vibrating already through your fifth dimensional reality and continuing to raise the vibration of your etheric stargate. Nothing to do, just relaxing, moving through your 6th dimension now and into the 7th dimensional reality. And here, in the frequency of your 7th dimension, we bring all the etheric stargates gently to a pause.
And so now your etheric stargate is vibrating at the 7th dimensional level. And so we ask each one of you, and it's important to ask, we ask each one of you to ask for a strong 7th dimensional energy field in your etheric stargate.
And so we call for a very strong 7th dimensional energy field.
And your stargate will begin to radiate this around you. And as you relax into it, your own energy will gently harmonize with that 7th dimensional field. It is not that you do anything. It happens quite naturally, just by relaxing, just by allowing your own vibration gently rising. It is that simple, it is that easy, just allowing it to be. Very good. And so now we're going to ask your etheric stargate to vibrate faster again, moving up through the higher dimensions.
And so we are merging and moving through your 8th dimensional reality into the 9th, continuing simply to raise your etheric stargate's vibration. And we are vibrating quite rapidly now, moving from your 10th dimension into your 11th. And we merge now into your 12th dimensional frequencies, rising to the mid-ranges of your 12th dimension, where we bring all of the etheric stargates to a gentle pause.
And so once more, your stargate is vibrating at a 12th dimension now. So asking inside for a strong 12th dimensional energy field in your etheric stargate.
We call for a very strong energy field of the 12th dimension.
And once more, as you simply relax into this 12th dimensional energy field, your energy continues to rise until you too are vibrating at the 12th dimension. And we stop in this 12th dimension for many reasons. First of all, as you relax, you bring your energies into this vibration, not by doing, but simply by being in that energy field. In that energy field of the 12th dimension, it is very easy to perceive, to be in the quantum field. It is within the quantum field that humanity can experience the marvel, the wonder of true reality, moving beyond your physical reality to experience so many beautiful, vast experiences. It is in this quantum field that you can connect to the various guides that we are going to introduce you to. There are many who work with the Stargate. We are simply going to invite you to experience a few in this meditation, because we are coming to suggest an opportunity for you to have some of your guides work on your physical body, if you choose, in a process that we call youthing, actually supporting the body to be more healthy, more balanced, to function more beautifully.
Very good. And so the first group of multidimensional beings whom we would like to introduce to you are the ones known as the angelic realm. And so we are going to ask each one of you now just to ask inside for the angels to bring their presence to you.
We call for the presence of the angelic realm, the angels, to come to each and every one of you in your etheric stargates.
And just feel.
Here they come. And just notice a gentle changing in the energy around you as the angels bring their presence to you. You can feel them because their presence vibrates your energy field. You feel them in your energy. And their vibration actually creates a response within your energy and physical body. Nothing to do. It happens naturally. Your body responds to their higher frequencies. So now we're going to invite some of the ascended masters for you to sense and feel.
And we begin, as we often do, by inviting the one known as the Blessed Mother Mary or Maria, the one who was the mother of Jesus, in that lifetime when he so affected this, your earth. Why do we invite her? Because, beloved ones, she carries a beautiful, divine feminine energy, but she also carries a great love for humanity. And so we ask each one of you just to ask inside for the presence of the Blessed Mother.
We call for the presence of the Blessed Mother Mary or Maria. And just feel as she starts to bring her energy to you. Can you feel this? A gentle energy coming to you. Comes softly and then gets a little stronger. Mary, Maria, coming to you simply because you have asked. And you can invite her to come closer if you wish. There are two other masters who wish to participate in this experience with you, both well known. The first is the one who is known as the Buddha. And so we invite each one of you to ask for his presence now.
And so we call for the presence of Gautama the Buddha.
And feel, again, the energy changing around you as the Buddha brings his presence to you. Just inviting him. And as he comes, he joins the energy of the Blessed Mother and the angels. And the other master wishing to be with you all is Saint Germain. And so we are here in your Mount Shasta, a very powerful, energetic. And Saint Germain is very connected to the mountain of Mount Shasta and all the beings who are associated with the mountain. So as Saint Germain joins you, he brings many energetics with him. So we ask each one of you now to invite the presence of Saint Germain.
We call for the presence of Saint Germain and all those resonant beings with whom he resides in Mount Shasta. And feel.
Very good. And now some other higher dimensional beings. We call them the star families. These are beings from around your universe who have gone through this process. Their whole societies are enlightened. They live in what you may call the light body. They wish also to assist because they have been through this awakening process. They know it, and they can support in this short meditation. And so first, we're going to call those whom you know of as the Pleiadians.
And so just asking inside, we call for the presence of the Pleiadian star family.
And feel, here they come, a high vibrational energy coming to you. The Pleiadians joining the masters and the angels. And again, another star family who work with the Stargate regularly. These are the Arcturans.
And so asking inside, we call for the presence of the star family from Arcturus. The Arcturans.
And feel as they too join us. And the Hathors, another family very much wishing to support humanity in your evolution. So inviting them also.
We call for the presence of the Hathors.
Here they come. Their energies joining us all now. And so, beloved ones, into this field, into this energetic, we are going to start sending frequencies which are designed to work with you on a cellular level. These first frequencies are going to be focused on supporting your mitochondria. And so we will begin this transmission, and then we will say a little about your mitochondria. And so, beloved ones, we start a gentle energy transmission to each and every one of you right now. Nothing to do, just relaxing and allowing.
And these energies are simply coaxing your mitochondria into becoming a little more alert, a little more awake. These mitochondria are the energy generators that are in most cells in your body. They are very directly affected by frequencies. They have signaling pathways that can tell them it is time to wake up, it is time to generate more energy, it is time to become a little stronger, and it is even time to replicate, to create more of these energy generators in your cells. So these energies are working in two ways. They are stimulating the generation of new mitochondria, and they are also, in a sense, holding your existing mitochondria in a quantum energy field that allows them to move into a greater level of perfection.
And while we continue this energy transmission, we are now going to bring another energetic to work on another part of your cellular system.
And so in a moment, we will layer yet another energetic transmission, this time targeting those known as your stem cells. And so this is going to start right now.
And so now, another very subtle, gentle energy coming to you. As you relax into this total energy field, these energies can support your stem cells, those beautiful beings within you that can allow perfect reproduction of every aspect of your human form. They are lying dormant within you, but they can be activated strengthened, so that when they are needed, they are available to you. So within this field held by the angels, the masters, and the star families, these two energy transmissions are coming to you. And we have yet one more.
And so this transmission will be targeting your telomeres, the sequences of your physical DNA that protect every strand of DNA in your body. These telomeres can actually be elongated. They shorten every time your cell divides, but there is an enzyme which lengthens them. And so these frequencies will be working on creating the conditions in your cells for your telomeres to lengthen quite naturally. So
now we bring this third transmission to join this energetic field. And you may sense a slight adjustment in the energy, but again, it is not so important to feel it. Just be relaxed in this energetic, and you will receive as much as you can in these moments together. If you choose to repeat this meditation, you will receive more. And so, beloved ones, as you simply relax into these energies, can you allow for the possibility that these energies can actually assist in youthing you, helping your body function more beautifully? Because they can, because these energies have helped literally thousands of people already around your world. Nothing to do. That is the beauty. Nothing to do. Just the intention to receive these energetics. The intention to evolve, to grow, to understand more of who you are, to understand that you have a vast potential which right now is untapped. Each and every one of you has a vast potential which right now is untapped, but you can access it. Start to connect to your superconsciousness. Start to listen to your intuition, which is the connection between you and your superconsciousness. This vast knowingness, this vast perspective on life. And so, beloved ones, as you simply receive these energies, change is happening at a cellular level if you are open to this experience. This will continue if you allow it. As we have said, if you repeat this meditation, more will come to you each time. But right now, beloved ones, we love you and we bless you.
we honor you.
And we will talk to you again very soon.
Wow.
So it usually takes people a few minutes just to come back from this.
Yeah. That was, I can always tell when the energy's there because it's in my nose. It starts to, in my nose and in my eyes. a lot of expansion as well. I think it was when we were, and I know everybody's different, right? I totally get that.
Yeah.
Everybody will have their own experience. For me, what happened is when we went to the 12th dimension, I had this huge expansion all of a sudden out of my crown chakra. I really felt that energy opening up. And then when the different beings were coming in, I could feel different speeds of vibration.
Great.
Yeah.
People experience it very differently. Some people say, oh, I don't feel anything, but then they start to realize the effect of the energy as they go about their lives. So like you say, everyone is very different.
Yeah, that was amazing though. Thank you so much, guys. Such an honor to be able to share that with our viewers. Thank you.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, really. We get a nice hit when we do it too.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it feels really good here. We've got snow. I don't know if you can see it, but we have a lot of snow outside and the sun on the snow. So
duck back, you can probably see
it's
it.
really beautiful.
Yeah, I can just see it in the trees there. That does look really beautiful. What where do you, because I had my eyes closed, you close your eyes as well, right, when you're channeling?
Sometimes.
So it's a bit of both. They open and they close. So
yeah. You don't need to have them closed then.
No.
Yeah. It's that everybody's so different. It's always fascinating.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool. Sorry, you're going to say something?
Well, that was just a very short taste of the youthing energies. And when we do the whole youthing program, each week is focusing on just one particular energy. And it gets much stronger and it builds up within the body. And as I said before, we had some incredible responses from people about how these energies had transformed their lives actually in a lot of different ways. People saying that their friends were telling them, oh, they look much younger.
There was one woman who was a gymnast who had started to do the gymnastics she hadn't done in years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. There's a lady in the Mediterranean who was in her 60s, I think, who said she was allergic to skin cream, and so her skin had become very leathery. And after a couple of weeks of doing this youthing course, her skin was subtle again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She said, so this is the cheapest skin cream you can get.
And without surgery, which is always nice.
Yeah, right. But also these energies, they work with what's needed within people. So people find that emotional issues that they've had dissolve and stress issues that they've had dissolve. So it works on a lot of different levels.
Yes.
Because all those other things are things which are kind of creating dis-ease, imbalance in the body. And so those are worked on and very often dissolved as well. Cool.
Amazing. So that was a little taste then for our audience members because the special offer which we have got for the summit viewers is called Growing Young Part 1. Is that right? Of your youthing program? That's right.
Yeah. We've actually done 2 parts, and there's a third one which will be coming whenever Alcazar says it's coming.
It's in the multidimensional pipeline.
Yeah.
So this is part 1, and it's a webinar, is that right?
That's right. So it's a 4-week webinar, and each week, like Prageet was saying, focuses on a different aspect of youthing. So week 1 is telomeres, week 2 is mitochondria, week 3 is stem cells, and the program is set up so that people repeat the meditation every day for a week and then move on to the next one.
Yeah, so it's a 2-hour webinar where a lot of information is given about the particular topic. So if it's the telomeres, Alcazar gives a lot of details about the telomeres, how they work, and so on. And we build up the energy as we did in that short experience, and then focus by bringing a lot of energy into that particular focus for the week. And then that one meditation, people are asked to repeat it every day for the week until the second comes along. And then after the second 2-hour webinar, there's one meditation which needs to be repeated, and so on.
I see. Amazing. And the price for this is accessible to everybody, right? Because it's just $37. That's correct, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Alcazar actually kind of blew us away with this one, because we had been doing our 4-week webinar programs for the price point of around $147. And Alcazar came through as we were doing a channeling about this youthing program. He was like, we're going to shock these, these ones who are gathered. We're with our housemates here. And he says, we're going to ask them to like greatly reduce the price. And we were just like, okay, we'll see what happens. And we had so many people sign up. It was amazing. Yes. So we were like
thousands and thousands and all around the world.
And so Alcazar was calling it a gift from spirit. So
that is a gift. Yeah. It's interesting. He doesn't chat with you guys about this before announcing it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, Alcazar is funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've worked with him for so long that we can't help but trust his guidance.
Sure. Yeah.
Because even when he tells us things which the mind says, oh, no way, it works. For some reason, it works.
Yes. Yeah. I hear that, and I understand that. Yeah. Well, thank you so much to you guys and to Alcazar, because this is an incredible offer for just $37 US. So I do really encourage everybody to click on the link that I have given you in today's email and go to the webpage and just feel into that with your intuition and see if that resonates with you. And particularly if you've just had a nice experience with the meditation that we've just done, and we've all had a little taster of that, if that has inspired you to go on a deeper journey, then this is the one for you. So
just something to add there. It's important to meditate with the particular meditations. You can listen to the information that Alcazar gives, but it's important to actually meditate when it's a meditation that's being shared. That way you can receive it. If you're just listening to it, then you don't get most of the benefit from the energy.
Right. Okay. Yes. You have to work with the energy and be in a state of receiving.
Exactly. Yeah. Your mind can't be focused elsewhere.
Well, if it's anything like what we just did there, which I'm sure it is, then that will be an absolute joy and pleasure.
Yeah.
So
the beauty of relaxing into these energies is it puts you into a space where it's like timeless. So it's like you don't want to be doing anything else.
Yeah, totally. That's how it felt. That's exactly how it felt for me just then. Sometimes you have that initial resistance, or I do, when it's like, okay, I'm going to have to relax now, and then that resistance comes up. But as soon as I do, like you just described, it's like, okay, I'm still going to have to come back and continue this interview. I'm all right out here somewhere,
Yeah.
So I think it's.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate sharing that.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to chat with you too.
And you guys, thank you so much, and thank you once again for indulging my curiosity with my bizarre questions. Like, I think if I'm thinking them though, some of our viewers will probably be thinking them.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So thank you guys, and thank you to everybody who's watched today's interview. And not really sure, it's not an interview, it was an experience. You always get an experience with the Stargate, which I love so much. So I hope that everybody has had a great experience. And please do keep on tuning into the summit. We have got more incredible teachers, channelers, way showers. There's kind of something for everybody in this summit, and we're all going to be much wiser and empowered by tools and methods of how to evolve on our spiritual path by the end of this series. So looking forward to journeying with you more. And just thank you so much again to Prageet, to Julieanne, and to Alcazar.
Our pleasure.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Okay, bye-bye.